Hey everyone, Jessie here with parkbench.com. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Jeanie Vance, real estate agents with Keller Williams Realty Maui, and sponsor and ambassador of a group of local community websites all about Kihei and Lahaina in Maui, Hawaii. Hi there,
Yes.
Jeanie. How are
Uh,
you?
Aloha, how are you?
Great to see you. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us today.
Oh, I'm excited. I love it.
Good. So, why don't we get started with why did you first decide to become a real estate agent and how long have you been in the industry?
Okay, so in the fall, I'll celebrate my 33rd year, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I always tell people that for me, it's a genetic defect because my mother was in the business for 30 years. So growing up, watching her run around like a chicken with her head cut off, I went, I'll never do that. But alas, in my early 30s, I found myself a single mom wanting to take really great care of my family. And when I looked at my options, lo and behold. So I started in 1988. That's all I've done since then. And I really do enjoy what I do. It's exciting. And we get a bad rap from some people, but you know what? We change lives.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing. So let's talk a bit about more about that. What is it that makes you stand out as an agent? Obviously, your loads of experience. What else?
Yeah. And, you know, I think that changes because just like in our own personal growth, as your career continues, the dynamics change. So now I feel very good that I have the experience and the history because experiential knowledge is so important in this industry.
Yeah.
So when you couple that with who I am, I really pride myself in taking care of people like they are family. I do the right thing. I believe in being true to myself. So that's why I do the right thing. And I care a lot about people. So given my experience and my caring,
It's the perfect combination.
I think so.
That's amazing. Great. Well, outside of real estate, what is it that you like to do for fun?
Okay. Oh my goodness. Outside of real estate, well, I've lived in Hawaii for a long time. I moved to Maui when I was 17 years old. And the beauty is what everyone talks about, and it's really true. And I love the beauty of Maui. Every day all these years later, I'm still dazzled by it. But what I really love is the lifestyle. There's a lot of Asian influence, and I love the way family, or what we call ohana, is more important than anything. So even as a teenager, I recognized that their philosophies were commensurate with my own, and that's why I love this place. But setting that aside, I love being in the ocean. I just had my 65th birthday, and my newest sport in the last year is stand up paddling. So that's very
Wow.
exciting.
Yeah.
hmm I love music, and when it's not COVID, I sing in a choir and enjoy that. Um, Probably the most important thing in my life for my family, my children. I have 3 kids, I have 4 grandkids. Nothing matters more to me than that. So,
That's wonderful. Well, you've obviously got a lot of heart. I can hear that coming through with how passionate you are. So,
thank you.
you've spoken a little bit to this in that answer, but what are some other reasons that you really love both living and working, like in Maui?
Mhm. Well, I think if I was selling real estate any place, I would um, have a strong belief in the security that comes to individuals and families when they own real estate, because there's truly never been a greater marker for the country's economic health than the percentage of home ownership.
Yeah.
Um, I've been in the business long enough now that I have worked with multiple generations. Think how I feel knowing that because of my caring, I helped someone, and some people, their families have never owned, and they think they can't. So that's a big part of what we do, is helping people jockey themselves into position. They have to believe they can. So that's a role that I take very seriously. And I just, I love that I've helped raise the standard of living for so many families.
Yeah.
That just really excites me. Um, Not just financially, that's kind of what I was referring to because it really raises the bar,
Yeah.
but lifestyle as well. course. I love living in my house, and I have animals, and I wouldn't be a very happy camper in a little apartment. And I haven't moved in 20 years because I own my home. So that kind of security is just, I think, to be able, what a gift for a
Yeah.
family to step into that.
Yeah. That's so wonderful. I think it's so interesting to think about working with generations and generations of families.
Yeah.
Just really speaks to that experience and the
I'm
time
not working
you've been
until
doing
I'm
this.
70. I'm only working until I'm 70. So, yeah.
Got it. All right, everyone, you've got 5 more years to work with Jeanie. Do you hear that?
There you
That's
go.
really great. So
Awesome.
you've sponsored these community websites that are all about shopping local and supporting small business. So why is that something that's so important to you?
Well, and I could have alluded to this in one of your other questions, but at my heart, if I could have made money doing it, I would have been a community organizer. I'm not so happy with politics these days, but I'm really interested in community and community strength and power. And I just, I kind of lost my thought right there, but I'm just so, what was your question? Tell me your question.
Yeah, no problem. Just the really
What's your
why you
favorite
think.
part?
Of course. Well, I can tell how passionate you are about all of this that you'll go off.
Right.
Really just why you think it's so important to support small businesses in your area.
Okay, good. I'm coming back.
Mhm.
So the community organizer in me wants to support businesses, and I always have. I found ways to do it. So you can imagine how excited I was when I saw a platform that's, goes with how I like to do business. So my business is, much smaller than it used to be in my heyday. But at that time, I did all my business by referral. It's the best way to do business when you don't have to break down a wall because they've been referred by someone that they trust. It makes life
Totally.
beautiful. It
Yep.
makes life beautiful. Yeah. So
Wonderful. Well, that's so
mhm.
great. It has been so good getting to know you. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you want to add before we finish up today?
Gosh, I don't know. I can tell you this, like I tell everyone that reaches out to me one way or another, whether you do business with me or not, I'd be thrilled to be your resource for all things Maui.
I love it. I
So
can
reach out.
speaking from personal experience, like Jeannie's lovely. And she really does know everyone in her community and is that go-to resource. So please reach out to her if you have questions, whether it's real estate or community oriented. She's definitely your girl.
I'll come interview you and we'll put you up and feature you. It'd be
Yes.
really fun.
I love this. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Once again, this was Jeanie Vance, real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty Maui. Be sure to check out her local community websites. And you heard it. If you have a local business and you would like to be featured, be sure to reach out to her today.
Shop local.